Cracking with a YouTube. It's your boy Ant Diesel. What up? Just had to get this off my brain while it was fresh. So I was thinking about the current state of our Second Amendment rights being taken from us, being regularly infringed upon. And I'm a movie buff, so wanted to talk to you guys about a part of a movie that pretty much summed up everything that the government is trying to possibly do to us and how it would affect us. So I'm an 80s baby. I was born in the 80s. 36 right now. You do the math. And there was a movie that I watched when I was young, real young. One of my favorite movies. Called Aliens with Sigourney Weaver. Now, part one was Alien, and there was one xenomorph. Part two, which was Aliens, plural, had a shit ton of xenomorphs. It was an awesome movie, one of my favorite movies to date. And there was one part that stood out, and I was thinking about this on my way back from Anchorage. One part that stood out was when the colonial soldiers were in the colony that, you know, they built, that the xenomorphs took over, and they were walking into what later became an ambush, and the higher up soldier told them, the colonel or whatever it was, you can't shoot down there, you'll rupture such and such and it'll blow up the colony, the establishment that they actually built up there for people to actually live there. So he said, what do you want me to do? Apone, which was the sergeant, the big angry black man in the movie. He said, I want you to collect all the magazines, not the firearms, but all the magazines. There will be no shooting. So they went around and he told them, hey, soldier, you heard him, give them up. You know, so they were all passing off the magazines, you know, and, you know, there was a little chitter chatter. And then there was one guy, Frost. I watched the movie last night on TV, so, you know, I'm kind of, you know, it kind of rejuvenated my love for the movie. But Frost said, so what the hell are we supposed to use? Harsh language? Then one dude pulled out a shotgun. And he said, I keep these for close encounters. And Frost said, I heard that. So out of all of them, a couple of the soldiers was like, yeah, okay, we'll give you the magazine that we have in the firearm, but we ain't giving you all of them. And then the minute the sergeant turned his back, a couple of the soldiers loaded up they guns. A few seconds later, they were ambushed by a shitload of xenomorphs because they were in their territory, what they claimed as their territory. And multiple soldiers died. Multiple. I mean, they were getting lit up. These xenomorphs were going to town on them. Why? Because there was very little, there was 3 firearms out of the 12, 13 soldiers that was there. So after that scene, maybe about 5 or 6 soldiers, all due to the firearms that they had in possession, 5 or 6 of the soldiers actually made it out of that ambush because they were armed and they were protecting themselves and the people around them to the best of their ability. So think about that for a minute. You know, a couple of desperados decided, oh, we're going to protect ourselves regardless of what our orders are. I respected it. Surely enough, you know, probably 2 or 3 of them lived at the end of the damn movie, but it is what it is. They went against the grain, and then they walked up out of that actual scenario. So, enough said. Don't study my moves, check my footwork. Peace.